All right, we're live. Trash Talk Tuesday night with Fairy Goddess, Matha Man, and Jimmy.
G'day, Pat. How you doing,
What's up,
buddy?
guys?
Hey
Hi,
everyone.
Fairy.
Hello,
Just a
everybody.
note for everyone. Kate will not be able to make it tonight. She has to work early in the morning. However, we are changing the Tuesday night Trash Talk to Thursday nights at 8. So starting this Thursday at 8, the shows will be Thursday at 8 and Sundays at 7. So make sure you're there Thursday night for the our new night. There'll be no more Tuesday nights at 10. It'll be Thursday at 8. So what's going on, guys? Anything new?
No, not with me.
Nope.
Well, if you want to hop right into it, we had Furry Potato harassing people in public and sexually harassing a poor woman in front of her house. Apparently, I was at work today, but apparently Furry was out warning people about a cop busting people for running a stop sign, and anybody that went up to the cops and talked to him, Furry went over and accosted them, which is what she did to this lady. And I just thought it was horrendous. Did you guys see this already, or are you seeing this for the first time?
So this would be the first time. I hadn't seen it yet.
First time for me, too.
Yeah, same here.
All right, let me just get this ready here.
What are you guys doing?
G'day,
Hey.
Desert.
Hey, Desert.
Hey.
I got 1 minute. I just want to pop in here real quick. Breaking news. Been putting up information in the Discord. Does anybody remember Boise PD Cop Watch? Boise, Idaho. Information in the Discord.
No, it doesn't sound familiar to me.
Does anybody remember Boise PD Cop Watch?
Somebody's echoing too.
Well, Sean Hurst, Boise PD Cop Watch, back in early December of last year, had a standoff and was arrested. He was kind of a flash in the pan of the cop watching community, but he made a very entertaining and hours-long standoff video for everybody to view. I don't know if it's still available or not. He was sentenced today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just have all the preliminary information. Of course, I'm doing it over my phone, trying to download this information, but the screenshots are in the Discord, if anybody cares to go there. And the local news reports, and according to the court records, he has won my Who is Going to Prison for a Year or More award. I've been waiting for a very long time to present this award to somebody, and I want to present it to Sean. I think it's Salator Hurst, I think is his middle name. Because he must serve at least 4 years in prison before he is eligible for parole.
Wow.
One of his sentences was for 5 years for one of the felonies, and he has already served a little over a year of that sentence, I guess, or gave him credit for. I still have to go over the numbers and everything, but congratulations. You made it.
Yeah. Good on you, son. Well done.
Yeah.
Maybe did you have
Unfortunately,
you talk to Kate about this? Maybe she'll want to cover it on Thursday.
yeah, we can take a look at it.
Yeah.
My condolences go out to the Ian McGuires and others, including Earl David Warden, who's dragging his feet and just couldn't make the grade here to become the first that have identified in this genre to go to prison for a year or more.
Well, hasn't Ian McGuire been in prison for a year already almost?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not completely adjudicated yet. This guy's case is over. It's done. It's in the can, man, as they say.
Right. I think Ian's gonna get a lot more time, but you are correct.
Yep. So there we go.
All right.
All right, guys. Carry on. Where's the show at? Where's the live stream at? I missed that part.
It's on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, but throw the link in there. You were throwing up the StreamYard link, but I didn't see a link to the show. Is it Masshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it in there.
Oh, I guess I can figure that one out. I can look that one up maybe.
It's in Discord.
Yeah, I just put it
All
in
right.
there.
Cool. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Well, carry on.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, so this video is from this morning. Furry was set up on a street corner here warning people about a cop with a trap to stop him for running a stop sign. And apparently this woman went over to talk to the police officer, and Furry just completely flipped their lid and went over, just unloaded on her. And we're going to see what happens right now.
Thank you, Ed, for the donation. We appreciate it.
We got to hear her. She's going to get it. I'm going to give it to her.
You guys getting sound?
And hear the
Hard.
sound, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
You can shut the fuck up and mind your own business, you dumb fucking cunt. I don't give a fuck. Mind your own business. No, I'm not kidding you, you dumb Karen bitch. Look at that. That's all used up, everyone. That
Can
part
we
of her is
pause it
used up. That's how she can afford to be here right now. 'Cause she used the hell out of that thing. Look at it. It's all dangling and everything, everyone.
Pat,
She used the holy shit out of that.
can we pause it there?
Yep.
I'm sorry, but that is a disgusting way for anyone to speak to anyone else.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't give a crap who you are, who you think you are. That's just not on that. That is disgraceful. And there's a particular person I've been not arguing with, but saying that he's a furry supporter. And he's saying, oh, furry doesn't provoke anything. Furry doesn't do this. Furry doesn't. There you go, mate. Have a bloody look at that. There's your idol in full flight. Shame on you.
Yeah. They always say that people are the ones that approach Furry, but Furry's the one that approached this person. So how do they defend this one now?
Right, and look at all the people that Furry approached in the street outside that church a couple weeks ago. That were simply walking down the street and ignoring him completely.
I can do whatever the fuck I want, you dumb bitch, including this dumb fucking cunt. Hey, shut up, bitch. Come and make me chill out. Make me chill out, you hippie bitch. You dumb hippie bitch. Yeah, it's constitutionally protected, you dumb cunt. Where are your knee pads? Your knees are all straight. That's how you got this house to begin with. Your face is okay.
Real wonderful person, isn't it?
Coming from the ex-sex worker.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Hey, what a way to talk to somebody that he doesn't even know what she was saying to the cop. Maybe they knew each other. Maybe they were just chatting. And just to run up and start talking to somebody like that is just unbelievable.
Well, I'm just speculating. I'm just speculating here, but that apparently, from what Furry was saying, that cop sits in that driveway all the time. So I'm assuming, like you said, he knows her, and she's probably given her permission to sit in her driveway and use it for a speed trap.
Yeah. But I can't even think of a single justification for Furry to even go up there and talk to this person. I mean, why?
He's unhinged.
Yeah.
And as you guys have said 1,000 times, legally, yeah, she's got the right to say what she likes. Morally, that's just not right. It's just not right. It's not cool.
No, it's not, and none of us would ever dispute that. Unfortunately, our laws don't track it that way. But unfortunately, I think the laws are going to catch up to people like this. I mean, it is nothing more than harassment.
As he's always say, just because you've got the right to say something doesn't mean you should bloody say it.
Unfortunately, that skips auditors.
Yeah.
Mods, if you see somebody doxing, posting phone numbers, make sure it's deleted.
Yes. Or death threats, or certain people should die or whatever.
Hopefully you have a mod or two in here.
Well, I know I'm also monitoring the chat a bit too, so.
Yeah, so somebody
Hey,
posted phone number.
What's up?
What's happening?
Oh God, I'm on that hate furry train. My God, that bitch is just disgusting.
Is that one of the worst things you've ever seen, to talk to another human being?
No, the jumping on that lady yesterday with putting her dog down. I mean, that's a member of the family. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'd have been there, I'd have laid into Furry and knocked her the fuck out. I mean, that fucking bitch.
Sorry, Pat. That's not the worst I've seen Furry. That's standard how I see Furry in just about every one of her videos.
Oh yeah, she's a worthless cunt, and all she's after is a paycheck.
Yep.
That's all she's after is a freaking paycheck.
I mean, it seems like it's gotten worse. He used to just go around and just do the giggling and bother cops and stuff, and now it's just going into residential
Well,
neighborhoods.
isn't it ironic? She says she hates cops so much, but who's the first person she calls?
Oh,
She calls the cops.
She's the biggest bootlicker there is.
Yep, SGV too.
Yeah, there's another one.
And if you spoke to her like that, her little potato head gets all out of shape. Boo-hoo.
Oh, it's funny. Her followers and everything, as we've all seen over the past week since Sunday's show, has done nothing but going to Sunday's show and berate Masshole for reporting this stuff. And it's like, it's disheartening to see that there's this many disingenuous humans out there that support this type of activity from people.
Oh, they're just people out to see a train wreck. I mean,
there's a huge percentage of that, and that's most of us. I think we want to see her get tased, get OC, get arrested.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I get a chill running up my leg just thinking about her getting tased. I mean,
how far does free speech go? The cop is sitting right there, and Furry's literally screaming, yelling at this person, pointing at her genitals, calling her a dumb cunt. I mean, isn't there a point where it's disturbing the peace or harassing?
Or disorderly?
Disorderly, yeah.
Disorderly.
Yeah, you could. It'd be. It's kind of a hard one to articulate.
That lady could have complained that she was disturbing the peace. She could have.
Again, you gotta look at where it's coming from. And I mean, California, they don't call it California for nothing. I mean, it's hard getting anything prosecuted, especially right now with COVID. It's a misdemeanor.
Yeah. That's a good point.
We all see the disgust in it. There's nothing genuine about this. We see how disgusting it is. But like I said, you look at the grand scheme of what police are facing right now between riots, racism, being flipped off, called everything in the book, and then you have this moron with a camera accosting people in their driveway. I mean, again, you have to pick your battles, sadly.
Pat, I'm wondering, out of all Furry supporters, and she's got a few, and I'd like to think most of them are decent people at heart. How would they like it if that was their mother, their daughter, their sister, their auntie being addressed like that?
They don't think about that, though.
Well, no, that
still say free speech.
Yeah, I don't think her followers are decent human beings. I think they follow that same mob mentality. They jump on her bandwagon or his bandwagon, and I mean, if you want, what's really disturbing is and more power to him. Great, he's making money off of it. If you watch his live streams, the money this moron makes, and then he whines how broke he is.
No, it's ridiculous. And that was part of the motivation behind this video. He's in a rich neighborhood, yelling and screaming about how jealous he is about the rich people. I mean,
right. I mean, every day he goes live, he's probably making $1,000 to $2,000 easy. And then he has his merch, and then he has his membership bullshit, the Furry Industries. I mean, but he lives in a shack behind someone's backyard, and I don't get it.
Yeah, it's
well, that's how you save money.
I understand saving money, but I mean, how much can you squirrel away and then still be eating ramen all the time and whining about it?
She's not squirreling it away. She's using it for her boobs and her butt and her face and everything else.
No, she got robbed in the face department. I mean, you think she'd fix the snaggleteeth first. She could do like one line of corn every 5 minutes if she wanted to.
Hmm?
If she's eating corn on the cob, she could do one line of corn on the cob.
Through a picket fence.
Head on like a beaten favorite.
Here's a comment. Masshole lives in Furry's head rent free.
It's true. I mean, well, it's funny because you can definitely tell she's getting nervous, and she can deny it all she wants to, or he can deny it all she wants to. That's why he's taking his videos down after 48 hours. You know, Mansholt is making a difference and got him on. I don't say he's scared, but I mean he's definitely monitoring his shit more now and taking it down.
Yeah, you know, I would probably respect him if he just did what some of the other auditors do and just hold police accountable or do cop watching. I mean, at least that you can kind of respect.
Well,
I mean,
that's what he started out doing.
yeah.
But then the money started coming in as soon
Pat,
as
can
he
you go
got
back to-
monetized. And
Pat, can you go back to Ed's comment for a minute, please?
Let's see.
Top
This one
there
here?
about doing the private, about the privacy.
The privacy complaint. Yeah.
The one I pinned, right?
Yeah, that one. For a lot of people that don't know, I mean, and it's no secret, a lot of us are helping businesses. It's hard with a private person because of finding out who they are to get their information. Then it's kind of just creepy us getting their information. It's no better than furry. But a lot of us are helping businesses do shit like that now, and filing privacy complaints and protecting themselves. We did, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I was one of the first ones on Saturday with Toast, and I think Blue. I think you were there, and some others, and calling the veterinary clinic and saying, "Hey, listen, this is who this person is in your driveway. This is how you get rid of them." And you know, I'm not ashamed to admit that. I mean, it's just like I said, First Amendment auditors, I'm not a fan of the way they treat people. That's fine, especially law enforcement. But it's part of the job they signed up for. That's cool. When you go after a poor old lady who's putting her dog to sleep and then make the comments to her and then have her idiot bandwagon people jump on, this is deplorable. I mean, it's just absolutely deplorable.
And then we've got like lovely people in this chat here, a few of them, trying to defend furry and all that furry does, saying how amazing furry is. Apparently they're okay with, you know, sexual harassment, you know, they're okay with hurting somebody further by their words and actions.
It's an amazing person that walks up and calls a woman a cunt and points a camera at her privates.
And Tom Wood, the huge difference between Mansell reports accepting donations and furry begging for donations. If you don't see the difference between the two, there's something wrong with you. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean, I'd love for you to come on the panel and have a discussion with us. I would love to talk to somebody and see if you can change me. Maybe I'm wrong, and have a logical conversation with us. And how can you defend this? We're all aware of free speech. We all support free speech. That's why we don't boot you out of the server. We could very easily mute you guys like you do everyone else when they come in your server and you don't like what they say. But I said, if you want to come on the panel and discuss it with us, by all means, please.
Yeah, it's trash talk, so you can come up and trash talk us too. It goes both ways.
Same goes for you, Satan Lady. You have a lot to say in chat, and we invited you up last Sunday. If you want to come up on the stream and you want to have a conversation with us, and we're not going to scream at you, we're not going to go all fucking rage on you, we're not going to go Kate on you and go nuts on you. You know,
okay.
I might.
Well, yeah, we might have to, you know, have someone step down. But honestly, I from a personal perspective, I would love to talk to one of you guys and on a one-to-one human being level. Because honestly, I don't get it. And I get free speech. I fully support free speech, and I think all of us are part that participate with Masshole and the Discord. All of us support it. But how can you defend what? And it's not a fact of hurting my feelings. It's just how can you defend it? But
I'm gonna play it one more time if you guys don't mind.
Those people aren't the government where the First Amendment applies. You know.
Bless.
Bless you.
What's up, I could be?
We got a hair.
Hey,
She's
man,
gonna get it. I'm gonna give it to her hard.
Can you hear me?
You can shut the fuck up and mind your own business, you dumb fucking
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, sorry about that.
cunt.
Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck. Mind your own business. No, I'm not.
Who's not minding their own business? Furry was across the street, right? Didn't he just cross the street to go talk to this person?
We got a hair.
Not just to talk
She's gonna
to
get
them.
it. I'm gonna give it to her hard. You can shut the fuck up and mind your own business, you dumb fucking cunt. I don't give a fuck. Mind your own business. No, I'm not kidding you, you dumb Karen bitch. Look at that. That's all used up, everyone. That part.
How do you defend
Jeez.
somebody doing that? How
You
can
can't.
anybody possibly defend that?
You can't. He's a piece of shit. End of story.
I
No
invite
class,
any
no
furry
style, no
followers to come on
morals.
panel and defend that.
No. Ridiculous. That's probably,
Part of her
I don't know,
used up. That's how she can afford to be here right now. She used the hell out of that thing. Look at it, it's all dangling and everything, everyone. She used the holy shit out of that.
I think Furry's jealous of that.
Hold on, pause it for 1 second.
I can do whatever
Pat,
the fuck I
please.
want. You don't.
Okay, Tom Wood. Go back to Tom Wood's last comment because that's just his comment was there's entertainment value. Where is there any entertainment
Where's the
value?
entertainment?
Yeah. And berating this lady in her own driveway, and berating this lady who's putting her dog to sleep, and berating a family who's having dinner on their patio. Where is
Or
the
berating parishioners at a church or
right
a synagogue or a mosque or
right? And
what has that
Tom,
got to do with the First Amendment? I mean,
and Tom, I got one of the warpest sense of humor as there is. There's no joke that will ever offend me. But what
That is true.
entertainment?
Yeah, can't argue
Blue
with that.
does know. But I mean, what entertainment value if you find entertainment value in this type of behavior and actions, there's something. You're a sociopath.
I could see getting entertainment value from watching frauditors and auditors doing stupid shit, but
Oh, absolutely.
doing stuff like this, there's just no redeeming value, nothing human about this person, in my opinion.
No, I agree. And Satan's lady, we don't sit around and mope over this. Furry's goal is to expose corruption and misuse of government funds. And one of the Masshole reports, and I consider my pulse, I participate with them, is to expose these idiots and the way they treat people, and hopefully if we bring one person around and say, Jesus, this person's a fucking idiot. Quite honestly, I'm happy as shit about that.
Yeah.
I just asked one thing, Furry, how is this improving your rights?
It's not.
Exactly.
Where's the
that's one
audit?
thing,
Where's the audit in this?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, because she's auditing animal hospitals, freaking, private businesses. It's one thing going to a police station, audit that, or courthouse, but they're going up to these people. They're not police officers, they're not government officials, and they're harassing them. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah, she's going to businesses to harass, to get a reaction, maybe violence, so she can sue that company.
Absolutely.
And Matt,
Exactly.
Matt, I'm wondering if the animal hospital thing, if she's into bestiality. Who knows?
well, and then she plays the trans card, so it becomes a hate crime.
And the race card.
Yeah, and the race card. I mean, if you can't see that she's using that, old Tom and old Satan, you can't see that. You're fucking lost.
How does Furry play the race card?
She did today in this video. As a matter of fact, it was quite funny because the officer actually had a black lady pulled over, and Furry goes up to the officer and the black lady. Oh, you're a house in, you're a house this, and you're keeping our people down, and insinuating that Furry is now a black person. And I'm like, how is Furry playing the trump card here? I don't see that one. So she was playing I think in the very beginning of that video, Pat, if you back it up the very beginning, where the cop has that traffic stop going on, you can see where Furry plays the race card.
I don't.
She's saying she's got black in her.
Yeah, I'm sure she's had black in her.
I'm really curious. These people.
That went over my head for a second.
Personally, I'm curious. These people that are defending Furry or trying to defend Furry, I'm really curious if that was their mother or their sister or their daughter,
exactly,
or their grandmother. How would they feel having Furry go up and to them that way?
Or you're putting your pet down.
Yeah,
they're still going to say it's free speech. They're just brainwashed.
I'd like to know.
Thank you, Finn.
Yeah,
Furry,
thank you, Finn.
I'd like to know, Satan lady, would you like someone to speak to you that way?
I mean, we've put the offer out there, and I really mean it. Like I said, of probably all the moderators, Masswell, we're probably the 6th columnist out there that don't go off and scream and stuff. And Kate's very passionate. That's why we love Kate's passionate about this on this part of the job. We honestly would love to have a discussion with you. I would like to talk to Furry and see why.
Thank you, Satan Lady. Thank you, darling. I heard that part of the video also, and I actually agree with you on this one, Marshall. That was fucked up to say. Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. It shows you're not totally biased, and that's just wrong. That is so wrong, what Furry's done. And that's what this has all been about. It's all this war with Furry has been about her crossing boundaries like that on a constant basis. That's why Marcel's been reporting her.
Myself and Matt have made no secret that we're both in law enforcement. And he said it's part of the job that we do. We understand that. We understand First Amendment audits going into public or government buildings and government activities. And like I said, I've said it all along since I've started participating in this. I've got no problem with the First Amendment auditor videotaping me all day long. I've met several. I've had them video me. And I'm sure Matt feels the same way. Let us do our job. Don't interject yourself. And you can video it all day long. And if you're decent to us, we're going to be decent to you. And we might even answer some questions if we can after the fact. But if someone comes in and puts us on the defensive right away, I'm not going to help in any means. I'm going to do my job and clear that scene.
This is a good question I've gotten a few times. Are there any auditors that you guys like?
Yeah, Jeff Gray.
Who?
Jeff Gray.
Oh, I thought you said Earl Grey. I was like,
no.
Earl. Yeah.
John Gray.
John Gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
that piece of shit. No.
Yeah.
No.
I like Peachy Ryder's style
down there in Florida.
I like Peachy.
I mean, I've done some audits. I've done some stopwatches, but I don't make myself part of the fucking story.
Right, and that's what it's about. And Peachy did a great job down in Atlanta. She didn't leave a little too soon enough, but she did a great job in getting some fantastic. She got some better video than a lot of the local news stations did.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I like an auditor. Probably you guys may not agree with me on this one, but I actually like CFW. And the reason I like her, she was a bit hard ass initially, but her and I have had a lot of chats. She's spoken to Nevaeh and Morgan, a few other people, and she's really changed the way she audits now. And I give her 100 out of 100 for that.
Yeah, I think
she's changed. She's come a long way.
Yeah, but she still drives like a freaking idiot.
Yeah. Oh, she's a madman in a car, but she admits it. Yeah, but as an auditor, I think she's really changed her ways, and good on her for it.
I disagree. I think she goes in uneducated, and she tries to talk about stuff in law enforcement she doesn't know. I like Tom Zebra when he's calm. The girl that runs with Tom Zebra, and Laura Shark. I like Laura Shark. So yeah, I think there are some good auditors out there. Do they cross the line sometimes? Batusa is very good. Do they cross the line sometimes? Yes. I mean, when your confrontation gets nowhere, and someone said cops fly all the time.
Honest News Service.
I've never seen
I actually kind of like Liberty Bird somewhat.
Liberty Bird, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of James Freeman?
Yeah, okay, whatever.
He's a soft shit.
Yeah. I didn't know the Amish did audits, but okay.
And I know him. He stayed at my house, so I know James.
I think if he was a Sobset, he would say he was a Sobset. Don't most Sobsets say that they're a Sobset?
No, they don't. They never identify as Sobsets. They consider them free travelers and free. I can't think of the word.
Inhabitant.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Constitutionalists.
But I mean, like Liberty Bird describes himself as a constitutionalist, and like I said, I do have respect for Liberty Bird the way he acts 90% of the time. It's when they lose their temper they cross that line. In my opinion, I mean, everyone's entitled to do whatever they want to do, and they can say whatever they want. But like I said, once you cross that line, they're always yelling at the officers de-escalate when they're the ones escalating it. And that's
I'll tell you another one that's really winning me over very quickly. And he used to be an absolute hothead with police, abusive. And he was, I would say, at a point of every bit as abusive as Sirio at some time. Not racist, but abusive. and that was Southside Slacker. He has really turned his way around. I got a
He's
lot of respect for him.
Yeah, I mean,
I like him.
So I'm gaining some respect from him. He's come into a lot of the chats we have on Discord and The Voice, and talks to us, and he's never berated Matt or myself. He actually contributes and is very polite to us, and I think he's a young guy who wants to learn also, and he kind of sees that boundary.
Well, he's straight up too.
Yes.
Well, he says what he means, and he means what he says.
Right. And he's the first to admit he's got issues with police, and he still has. But he bites his tongue, and he goes with the flow of the audit. He doesn't inject himself. He just deals with whatever as it happens.
Okay, Tom.
These auditors, they start, that's all right. When they start, screaming and freaking out, they're doing more harm than good, because they're getting, city ordinances put up where they can't do shit now. No filming, no weapons.
Well, that's Eric Brent and his clan.
Yeah. Well, it's also the Arizona group. I mean, you're right. There are a lot of them, and some agencies, myself, my agency included, they've also changed the way that they're taking our names off of our uniforms and using numbers eventually. It's going to be, and a lot of times it's going to start happening when they request files on officers and stuff. They won't they'll get a file, but everything will be redacted. You won't get the officer's name, his address, his date of birth, any of that stuff. Yeah. You'll get the basic bio of when he was hired, what he makes, and stuff like that.
Can I ask a question?
I'm a
guy. Bao was a fucking moron, by the way.
Too. I'm sorry, what was that, Pat?
Bao was a fucking moron.
Yeah, Bao's an idiot. That whole Arizona crew is extremely dangerous.
Pat?
Well, I'd like to ask. Why would you care what she does? I'm sorry, go ahead, Jimmy.
I'd like to ask of all you guys that have watched a lot of auditors for a long time, who else can you think off the top of your head that targets and abuses the public as much as Furry does?
Well, that's, as much as I despise Josh, that's the one thing I'll give him. I mean, he is doing a lot of the Karen bullshit now, which is annoying. Yeah. But he does primarily have to go after government officials. And that was a great question I think Tom put up there, Tom Wood put up, and I'll give you props for that one. And the question for me was, if he wasn't successful, would I still have this much distaste for him? Absolutely. I don't give a shit. He can be a multi-millionaire, or he can make 2 cents. I wouldn't care. It's how you treat somebody. And Tom, like, I'm not sure if you're married, if your mother, your father are still alive. We've asked the same thing of Satan's Lady. How would you feel if they were approached in their own driveway, doing nothing, provoking nobody, and be accosted like that for no reason except for talking to a police officer? You don't have to like cops. That's, again, we accept that.
It's all about respect,
Right. You don't have to respect them, but respect their privacy.
Exactly.
My point is,
morals.
An auditor attacking a cop, that's one thing. I mean, you guys are held to a higher standard, and that's part of your job. And maybe one of your workmates or another cop at some time has upset that person. They've got a butt hurt against police. Rah, rah, rah. What the fuck has that got to do with Furry attacking poor, innocent women at animal shelters, standing in their own driveway? What the hell have they ever done to Furry?
Satan's Lady, you're right. If your first response, and if you had a avenue, her response was she would be angry. Absolutely. And if you have an avenue, Furry's avenue to expose, or all these auditors' avenue is to expose corruption. Their avenue is videotaping. And Massholes is to expose this type of behavior, to try and curb this type of behavior. I do not fault, I don't think any of us would fault anyone for their success. There are some very successful auditors out there. We all just mentioned that we have respect for, and I wish them nothing but success. But it just blows my pea brain away that you can defend these actions towards people. I wish I could understand. I really do.
Well, I got to go. Thanks for having me on.
All right. I'm against it. I used to like him, and he's kind of. I've kind of stopped. Yeah. I didn't really want to say he's an asshole, but I used to really like what he did. For some reason, I can't get into him anymore. He kind of likes the sound of his own voice too much, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what do you guys think of their narcissism? Yeah.
People saying Bal's dead.
Last I heard, he's homeless and living in his van still. I heard he's trying to get some money in his van running.
doing bong hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's went downhill fast.
Tom, she went on Sunday. She was going to, or he was going to do 5 different veterinary clinics. So, and he was making a bullshit story up of what's going on behind the scenes to try and get back at Kate. I'm sorry, it was Monday, not Sunday. After Kate had done the show Sunday night, Furry on Monday went to 5 different, or said he was going to go to 5 different veterinary clinics. You know, so take that for what you will, buddy. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
You'll piss off the wrong person one day.
I think we gave a respectable list of auditors that we respect. I mean,
absolutely.
I don't think anybody could say that everybody at Masshole just hates auditors and all we do is trash talk them. There's a number of them that I respect. I think accountability for all. I like a lot of what he does, despite the fact that we trash talk him a lot. I still think he's in it for activism. I don't think he's in it only for money. And there's a few of them I respect. Like,
I disagree with you on that one, but whatever.
I do too.
We need Fixer here to comment on his tits.
What the?
You can put lipstick on a pig and it's still a pig. That's all I'm going to say, Pat.
A pig doesn't have bitch tits.
Well,
unless it's nursing.
You ever heard a person when a person talks, you just can't stand their voice?
Oh God, yeah, it's like nails on a chalkboard.
That's what Josh.
Hey guys, did you notice Elmo's back? He released a video today.
He's released a couple.
Really?
He's released a couple the past week. Yeah, and they're useless as all usual. He was in Chicago. He harassed some Chicago cops who were simply. Cops right now are staging in areas and they're standing around waiting for something to happen to respond to. And this is driving a lot of these auditors nuts. And Elmo was one of them. So he was harassing some Chicago cops who were just kind of on a foot patrol watching an area.
Lou, can you look at private chat? You guys see that?
No, I didn't.
No, my private chat, you see.
Yeah. I'll respond.
I couldn't tell what it was. Thank God. I've seen something at the bottom left. I couldn't. Luckily, we could not make it out what it was. It's something while we're taking care of that.
Who Carl's Musings is?
No, I have no idea, buddy.
Mm-mm.
And is this SGV? Is it?
Yeah. While we're taking care of this behind the scenes, some other stuff that popped up. To the furry people out here who are watching the stream, first off, thank you very much. We appreciate the hours. But we take it very seriously that you guys think we're making threats against furry. And we have been deleting comments left and right for anyone who is making threats and blocking them. If we find anything that's a valid threat, that will be forwarded to furry and her minions and the authorities as well if we think it's a valid threat. So, anyway.
You see that video with Carolina? The only place I can find it on is America's Auditor, where they got pulled over. I guess it was last night. They were parked. Him and Carolina parked, walking the cop come over from some one to ID, and they drove off, and then they got pulled over. It's not on Carolina's. It's America's Auditor.
Who is that talking? I have no idea.
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
Hey, Carl's Musings, can you hear us?
Yes. I can.
All right, so SGV got quote unquote run over by a truck tonight. Roy, are you guys able to watch this?
Have you watched it yet, Pat?
Yeah.
It's like 90% of he blocks all the sound out.
Well, this video I have is after that, and he only shows the footage through his phone, but you can see pretty much what happened anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to scroll forward to it, but
yeah,
he was run over and hurt so bad that he decided to YouTube instead of going to the hospital.
Oh, absolutely. Gotta get that YouTube money first.
So I'll play this and I'll find the appropriate place and we'll discuss in a minute here.
And while he's looking for that, Tom, you're right. I mean, you can support whoever you want, and we can support whoever we want.
And we can comment on anything they post publicly too, just like Furry does it to us, and all these other people do too.
The beauty of fair use.
Yep.
Put your laundry out there. We're gonna look at it.
Yeah, you don't want somebody to comment on it. Don't post it publicly.
All right, I got it. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is after the fact. He shows the footage on his camera. Some of his camera equipment reportedly got broken, but he was able to live stream and then show it on his little camera. You can pretty much see what happens, though.
All right, let's see if we can pull this up again. All right, so that was somebody else that was leaving. I was asking him if his name was Joni.
So he's outside a private business harassing people that work for a living.
Gee, that's a surprise.
Right?
I was calling him Joni the Joron. But that wasn't it. It was this guy right here.
Never
Trying to
hit the
figure out
nail on
where
the head.
Joni disappeared to. There we go.
And he's hit.
Dang.
Now I counted like between 10 and 15 seconds that the car was backing up, and SGV did not move a muscle to get out of the way.
Yeah,
Let me
I
just
was
play
just
one more
thinking that
time.
then. I was just thinking the same. Why didn't you get out of the bloody way, you buffhead?
We're trying to figure out where Joni disappeared to.
I mean, look how far away he is from the car.
It's a good 100
There we
yards.
go.
Move now.
I'm not sure if it's the real Eric Brandt, but thank you very much.
But
Now,
regardless,
in
the
reality,
driver
did he
shouldn't
really
hit
get
him.
hit, or did he just move the camera and move out of the way?
No, he got hit.
Like I said,
Yeah, I think he didn't move. I think the camera just fell because he got hit. So I think we can all agree that the person that backed up into him is obviously at fault, right? I mean, is there any way to say that it's not the person driving's fault for hitting him?
No.
Yeah, the thing is, that even though SUV may or may not be in the way, he's still in a private parking lot. So even if he was standing in front of his vehicle, the only way that he could, possibly the driver could even articulate is if he felt for whatever reason that he was in fear of my life, or if he was in fear of his life. But that's not the case in this scenario. The dude backed up into him. And then, according to what SGV said, he left the scene. So already, even for whatever reason, if somehow it is justified, which I don't see it being, he's already got a hit and run charge, and that's not even going to help his case. So
I see some people in the comments making good points. Obviously, Eric Brandt running over a photographer for having a camera is not acceptable. I mean, that's obviously true.
Absolutely.
Somebody else made a good point too. So it's the camera guy's fault for not moving fast enough. Idiots. I guess I can see it when it's put that way too. I mean, is it really up to SGV to move out of the way from somebody trying to hit him?
They get a license plate?
Oh yeah, they know who did it. He got the license plate. So, but
I think the guy's arrested already.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't matter because he even if he can move out of the way, yeah, that's human instinct. He should move out of the way, but the driver has no business hitting him with his car like that. So,
Matt, would that be assault with a deadly weapon or aggravated assault? Because he said it was assault with a deadly
I would
weapon.
probably. So if I was the officer working that case, I'd probably charge him with hit and run and with probably assault with or aggravated assault here.
Okay.
Well, apparently it was assault with a deadly weapon.
That's what he said. Just Boogie. Yeah, Just Boogie. None of us advocate violence whatsoever. The one thing we have said though all along is these people with cameras are going to come across the wrong person one day that simply does not care. They're going to come across the real hood that the person's like, I got nothing to lose. I want to fucking hit you. You keep poking the bear's going to snap one day.
What do you guys think about this comment?
So wait, hold on. So assault with a deadly weapon is the same. Some states have different names for the laws. It's the same thing as aggravated assault here in Georgia. Aggravated assault requires you using a weapon. Just something anyway.
Comanche, 50% response. In a civil lawsuit, you're probably correct. In a criminal lawsuit or criminal case, I don't think so. Yeah. The guy clearly aimed at him. The guy who swerved the truck over at him. That year of Silverado has backup sensors, so he was hearing beep, 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 beep for a while. Then he heard.
No, actually, I hadn't thought about that actually.
Yeah, so it probably has backup camera as well. And then he heard thud. So I mean, yeah.
Pat, I saw a video this morning apparently where someone said, "Run that guy over," and that guy did. Now I don't know if I heard it on that video that you just showed.
Yeah, it was there. I was just going to ask you guys about that.
Yeah.
SGV had claimed that I couldn't hear it.
Can that guy be prosecuted for egging the person on to run him over? I could play it again if you want.
It'd be hard. I mean, he could say he was joking and that the idiot in the truck took it serious. I mean, you can make a case for anything. We'll be prosecuted and we get convicted. It's a different story.
Yeah, I think right now though the only off the evidence that I've seen, it's going to be the 100% pretty much on the guy. Like I said, even if SGV, his basic life preservation skills could have told him, to get out of the way of the vehicle, it still doesn't negate the fact the driver, hit the dude with his car. So.
Right. And yeah, so you're gonna have two different cases. You're gonna have a civil case and a criminal case. In the civil case, he'll be found 50% liable for not moving, most likely. And I'm just speculating, but he will have some responsibility. But then you have the criminal case where he has no duty unless he's on there. Even if it's on the property, I don't think he has a duty to retreat. I mean, he's a pedestrian standing there.
Yeah, pedestrians have the right of way in parking lots.
Right.
Let me just play this one more time. I want to hear that third person yelling that I'm on here.
We'll all mute.
Right here. We're trying to figure out where Joni disappeared to. There we go.
Yeah, he said, do it, pussy.
No. Again, I mean, you're not advocating by any means. What's very worse about this video is you watch the guy, he swerves right at him right here.
Oh yeah.
He changed his path to hit the guy.
Joni disappeared too.
Just Boogie, you must be deaf in both ears. None of us are saying that the driver was in the right in this.
It's like he's aiming for SGV, making a point to him.
Yeah, he changes his path. Then next, most likely, it's got a backup video camera and it's got the backup sensor. So I mean, it's beep 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 beep. Thump.
Does he actually hit, or does he step back and drop the camera or whatever?
Hold on. Thank you, Cheryl. We appreciate it.
I think I let my dislike for SGV cloud my judgment, but after hearing some comments and reading some things, there's really no defending with that.
No, not at all. And that's
you can't really blame SGV for not moving either.
No, and even in Discord and when we're all chatting and stuff, none of us ever advocate violence towards anybody, no matter what my dislike for Furry is. I don't want to see it, but it's going to happen. Just Boogie, what I was saying about the 50-50 fault, on a civil lawsuit, you have responsibility on a civil lawsuit. It's different than a criminal prosecution. Criminal prosecution, he did absolutely nothing wrong. In a civil lawsuit, you do have responsibility to protect yourself.
Pat, I see it. No one deserves to get hit by anything, by a truck, car, whatever. No auditor. My point is, he's a dopey bastard for not moving. That's my point. It doesn't justify what happened to him.
Well, the thing is,
I see it as he had I think he would have had ample time to move. And
he did.
He was a dopey bugger for not moving. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying hitting him was justified in any way, shape, or form.
If you watch their other videos, they do the same things. They stand in the street, they'll stand in front of moving cars and not move just to be dicks, and that's what he was doing here.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this guy, and we've all said it before. This guy in the truck to make Boogie, whatever his name is, to make you happy, and this guy in the truck was absolutely 100% in the wrong. I mean, there is no justification for aiming for this guy, no matter what your dislike for him is. But again, it goes back to you poke the bear so many times, someone's going to react.
G'day, Avalon. We got some new people here, Patty.
Hi there. Well, I'm not that new, but
yeah.
What do you guys think, Avalon, Philip?
Well, at the beginning of the night, I saw it and I thought, oh, this guy's just, he got touched by a bumper and he's like, you assaulted me like a little girl. But no, this looks like he was hit. Either that or he was very nearly hit and dropped his camera. I don't know. Maybe it was a close one. We can't really see.
Apparently the side of the truck hitting.
The tailgate, yeah. I don't think...
I've been hit by a car before, but it's not. I haven't been run into.
Yeah.
I walked out I got on my bike out into a sidewalk, and I got tagged by a bumper because someone was turning.
Hey Ed, can I say something right quick? So for that charge right there, what I was saying earlier about aggravated assault is I'm saying that's what the charge would be called in the state that I work in Georgia. I'm not saying that's what the California statute is. Every state has different names for different laws, but it's the same. I'm assuming it's probably got the same wording, same language as what we would be.
What's the penalty for it, roughly?
Oh goodness, I'd have to go look at the
jail or a fine or both?
It's going to be so aggravated assault felony. So it's going to be a imprisonment more than 1 year and a fine of more than. It's either $1,000 or $5,000. I think it's $5,000.
Yeah, they're both felony charges he's looking at. So I mean, and it also
you think this guy is looking at time? If he has a clean record, do you think he'll do time for this?
Very easily, unless it's pled down, which most likely be pled down. But it also depends on his lawyer if he gets a public defender or gets a real lawyer. There's a lot of variables come into play. But I mean, his bond, I would guess, is probably close to $50,000 or more. Those are serious charges. I mean, felony hit and run serious, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon is a very serious charge.
So
and on bond, you have to come up with 10% cash. Is that how it works?
Yeah, in most places.
I'll read the aggravated assault statute in the state of Georgia. It says a person commits the offense of aggravated assault when he or she assaults with the intent to murder, rape, rob, or with a deadly weapon or with any object, device, or instrument which, when used offensively against a person, is likely to or actually does result in serious bodily injury, or when a person or persons without legal justification by discharging a firearm from or within a motor vehicle toward a person or persons. So
you said
those three
serious
things.
Bodily injury. What if it's not serious bodily injury?
Well, it says is likely to or does result in serious bodily injury. So you could, a car is a freaking heavy thing, and you can definitely articulate that could have caused serious bodily injury. So,
I'm just wondering if he's got the chance to sit there and YouTube it first before going to hospital. I wouldn't class it as serious, but that's just my mindset, my thinking.
Well, we don't know because also there's adrenaline, and so he may not be feeling all of it until he comes off his adrenaline, and then he may be really hurting.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What do you guys think about this comment? Do you think that, and I assume this person means in a civil proceeding, do you think SGV's history of how he harasses people in public would come into play in any type of civil proceeding?
If the lawyer is good for whoever for the driver, he'll bring that up. But if not, then the lawyer is not going to bring that up. But I mean, I still think in a civil case, the driver is going to be held liable, and he's going to have to.
I don't think that's relevant.
You don't think what's relevant?
If a bloke's harassing people in public, doesn't mean he's jumping out in front of cars and getting hit by cars, etc. I don't think it's
What if
got
they show
anything
the
to do.
what if they show the other videos of him standing in front of moving cars on purpose?
Oh, has he done that though? I don't watch this guy that often.
Yeah, I was watching videos of yesterday of him and his partner doing that.
Yeah, SGV's a moron. He is.
Yeah.
And they were standing right in the street with cars trying to get by, and the car got right up to him, and they wouldn't move out of the way.
Oh, that's different then. That's showing form, I guess, but I was unaware of that.
I think that was SGV's second video. I'll take a look, though.
Sasha, you're late. Get your butt up here.
I'm just going to look this up if you guys want to talk about anything.
Well, we're going back to the putting lipstick on a pig. I brought to mind, well, it's a turd. It's so a turd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was SGV's latest video on that. The previous video to that was him getting looked over by the EMTs. I don't know if you guys want to see that at all. I can just put that up and see if there's anything interesting in there.
As far as I know, it's not really. They were like half of it. They were, you couldn't hear the audio. So
We'll just take a quick look. Hey, Sasha's here.
Where's your note, Sasha? You're late.
This video is right after it happened, and the EMTs just got there to look him over. His GoPro looks okay.
Are you injured?
Oh no, that
isn't this guy a little suspect? How the EMT asks him if he's injured, and then he mutes the microphone. Why would he do that?
Well, it is. I mean, they may. I mean, I don't fault him for doing that because they're going to do medical evaluation. They may have to ask him some personal questions and that kind of thing. So,
all right, that's fair enough. There's no audio on a lot of this. Checking his pulse.
I know I'm late. But
Sasha, were you able to see the furry video? I can bring it up again if you didn't see it.
No. I just got here. I had a 8-page paper due on human psychology and aviation, and so I did that. And then I had to cook dinner for my family.
We got to hear.
All right, I want to play this for you then because I want to get your feedback on this. I'm sure everybody doesn't mind having to sit through it again. Just give me 1 second here. All right, this is today, Sasha. Furry was across the street warning people about a officer set up to
when he was
get people for running a stop sign. And this woman just walks up and starts talking to the cop, and this is what happens.
She's going to get it. I'm going to give it to her hard. You can shut the fuck up and mind your own business, you dumb fucking cunt. I don't give a fuck. Mind your own business. No, I'm not kidding you, you dumb Karen bitch. Look at that. That's all used up, everyone. That part of her's used up. That's how she can afford to be here right now. She used the hell out of that thing. Look at it. It's all dangling and everything, everyone. She used the holy shit out of that. I can do whatever the fuck I want, you dumb bitch. Including this dumb fucking cunt. Hey, shut up, bitch. Come and make me chill out. Make me chill out, you hippie bitch. You dumb hippie bitch. Yeah, it's constitutionally protected, you dumb cunt. Where are your knee pads? Your knees are all straight. That's how you got this house to begin with. Your face is okay.
Any comments, Sasha?
Yeah, I mean, maybe Furry should practice what she accuses others of, because maybe if she used her whatever, maybe if she used her box more, then maybe she wouldn't be living in a fucking shed. But I mean, that's just that right there, and the, I'm getting ready to put the Latino trans organization on fucking blast because that's the type of behavior they support. They support that type of behavior, and the thing that I don't know if Furry realizes this or if Bambi realizes this or whatever. The people that donate to them is absolutely public record and are 501c3. So when I request your financials and I request who's donating, I'm going to contact them and I'm going to let them know that this is what the Latino trans organization, this is what they support. They support Furry, who wants to be a woman, out blatantly harassing an actual woman. And I don't say that to take away from her being trans or whatever Furry wants to be today. But I mean, at the end of the day, she has what you wish you had.
To answer this question, Furry is a transgender woman. I assume that means that he or she identifies as a woman. Is that correct?
Correct. A transgender. So, Furry claims to be, and I use that term lightly because any of my trans friends, they don't act like this. They don't look like that. They actually care what they look like. They actually try to look like a woman. They don't try to look like a cross-dresser. But please believe that I've already spoken to Bambi, and I'm getting ready to put in the request for all that organization's financials, and they have to give it to me under law. And when they do, I'm gonna contact all their donors, and I'm gonna show them this video as well as the video of when Furry claimed she got shot, which was more like grazed by a bullet, and this is the type of behavior that organization supports.
Yep. Accosting a woman in her own driveway, pointing a camera at her crotch and calling her a cunt.
I mean, I'm all for the use of the word cunt. I love that word.
Yeah.
We're the only country that has this bad phobia and stigma on that word. If you go to Europe or Australia, New Zealand, that area, that word is widely used by people of young and older ages. So I'm all for use of vocabulary, but like, what was his purpose for harassing that woman? What was the purpose? Like, what did it accomplish? It accomplished absolutely fucking nothing. But the minute that woman would have turned around and punched that woman in the fucking face, that woman's gonna be having a fucking lawsuit. Furry, maybe you should give your booty up more and you could be living like that and not so fucking miserable in your goddamn shack.
Hey, Jimmy, you're from Australia, so you can speak on the use of that word.
We're not as hung up on it as most people. And you got to remember, Australia doesn't exist, so I'll establish that.
That's just for the record on this comment here, I don't care what Furry looks like or what he identifies as. I care about the way he treats people. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's male, female, or in between. It's how he's acting.
I don't
like a real asshole.
Walk out of the house with fucking a damn clown wig on and a fucking bozo nose. I don't give a fuck. But Furry's a shitty ass fucking human. That's what Furry is.
Yeah.
Furry is not. Furry is worse than the fucking bubble gum you step on the fucking sidewalk. That's what the fuck Furry is.
Hey,
don't go around touching people all day. Is that all they do?
You say what?
Well, he does.
Does
Matt,
all this
getting back to your question, the word cunt, it's tone, not so much a word out here. I can call me oh, you fucking idiot, oh, you dopey bastard, you silly cunt, rah. That's cool. No one's going to. But if I walked up and said, oh, you effing cunt, I'm going to smash you in the mouth, then you're going to have someone raise your hands, and it's going to be an issue. It's the intent and the tone of the word, not so much the word itself.
I mean, like I said, I'm all for the word. I mean, America is the only country that females take offense to it, and you can't call me. You're a fucking cunt, though. But furry is a fucking cunt. That's a fact.
Oh, I'd say a lot of women out here would take offense to it too. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
don't get me wrong. It's not a. I don't know. It's not something you want to say around your mum or your female workmates or something like that. It's just something more of a job site with the boys, or rah rah rah.
To me, sidewalk bubblegum lives matter, but furries doesn't, and that's my opinion. And I'm entitled to believe what I want to believe and like who I want to like. But if furry ever became a victim of police brutality, I would absolutely fucking send a police officer as much money as I fucking could, because furry is fucking vile. I pure hate furry. Period. That's all it is. I hate furry.
Yeah. And I'm seeing in the chat, Pat, I'm seeing in the chat, Cat, Nat, and Norma G, they don't like the word, and my apologies for using it, ladies. I'm just trying to explain how we sort of say things out here.
Yeah, I'm sure they understand. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, the minute their feelings trump my rights, then I don't have my right no more. So their feelings are irrelevant to me. And that would all their auditors say?
Right.
Well, they do. Doesn't make it right, though.
I'm still not even clear why Furry felt the need to go across the street and accost that woman. And what did Furry think that this woman was doing that was affecting her? Or him, whatever.
Clicks and views is what all I can think of.
No.
It's not normal behaviour. You don't just walk around saying, "Oh, there's a woman coming out of a drive. I'll go and give it to her." Where's the rationality in that?
Yeah, he says I'm going to give it to her hard.
Yeah, that's what he said. Well, she said,
"My bad." She's gonna get it. I'm gonna give it to her hard.
There, just admitted it. Why? What the fuck goes through her head to make her think, "Oh, I'm going to go and get up that lady. I'm going to go tear into her"?
Everything goes to his head.
Was she beaten as a baby or something, or tormented as a kid, and has to belittle people now to make herself feel better? I don't know. I think she's used a therapy, and I don't even think that'd fix her.
Who's high up here? I'm not high. I don't get high.
I don't do drugs.
Me either.
Not me.
I just
I'm not high either.
So what else do you guys want to talk about? We talked about Furry and SGV. Anything else?
Yeah, I just want to say Brian's a fucking cunt too. Fuck Brian. Brian is New England.
What did he do now?
Oh, I don't know. I just felt like saying it.
We haven't talked about him in a long time, actually. He's kind of irrelevant these days.
I mean, he's been irrelevant. He was irrelevant the day he was born. But,
yeah.
Fuck him and fuck Booth now 702.
Yeah, again, he's another one that uses that word towards women just for no reason.
Who?
And yeah, Brian.
Oh yeah, he'll call somebody a cunt real quick, but nobody finds that offensive.
Yeah, right. I used to like his shows too. I was when he first started, I was with him every time he was live, and I used to enjoy him. Yeah,
hey, I remember when the shit was going on, he would sit there and read a book and stay out of it.
Brian's too busy trying to get a refund from his last Meltwater bride.
Oh. Geez, Sash, don't hold back or anything.
Look, I got a little hitty in my system today, so guess what?
Oh, someone's got their clothes up.
It's Sasha Unfiltered.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I haven't seen the video of Glenn getting his car towed, but if that happened, then
Oh, that was a while ago. That was
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Oh, he drives a Toyota Echo. What the fuck is that?
I'll see if I can find it, I think.
That is so funny.
Yeah, it is funny. He just loses
you're
it
talking about
completely.
late night, and he was harassing the tow truck driver, and he got he was on the side of the road or whatever, and the cop pulled up behind him, and he, called the cop every word but a child of God, and the cop finally had enough of his shit because he couldn't find his fucking insurance and registration, so he towed the car. Are you talking about that night?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
he pretended his car was broken down.
I remember.
I think that's what he did. He pretended his car was broken down so that he would have an encounter with the police. How long ago was that, guys? Do you remember? I'm trying to find it.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Hi,
Yeah.
Shay.
Let me see here.
Tell you what, Pat, I'm going to look up a video for you. I think you guys might find it very interesting. If I can dig it up quickly.
I just have
Got it.
one. When?
Okay, I'll put this in backstage for you, Pat. The link.
Okay.
Only goes for about a minute. It's a highlighted version, but I think the people might be interested in seeing this. This is Australian police people, not American.
Australian?
These are Australian police. I'll just pause it for you. This is because she wasn't wearing a mask. This is what happens out here. If you want to continue.
Let go of his vest. Let go of his vest. He's fucking choking me. He's choking me. What the fuck? Let go of his vest. Get the fuck off me. Get the fuck him. Stop. Fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck off me. What are you doing?
Then how can you talk?
You're fucking choking me, dude. What the fuck? You're fucked in the head. You're fucked. What the fuck are you doing to me? What have I done? What have I done? You just tell me what the fuck I've done. What have I done wrong? You just keep
Yeah, but you're choking her. As a man on a girl, and you choked her. For what? For a mask? For not having a mask? Look how pathetic you are. She doesn't have a mask. Are you serious? Are you serious? Just for not having a mask? For no mask? Are you fucking serious?
Now, was he grabbing her like that just because of no mask, or was she being combative the whole time?
I'm just gonna say I'm glad that's not the United States because we'll be burning down cities and stuff.
Oh yeah.
To me, Pat, it's not cool. You shouldn't grab anyone by the throat. I don't think there's any need for that in any form. I'll give him credit. He did take it down softly. A lot of cops will face plant you in half a second. But yeah, it's over a fucking mask, really?
Get off of me! Get off! Let go of his vest. Let go of his vest. He's fucking choking.
Was the other officer telling him to let go of her? Is that what you were saying?
No, she was talking to the girl, let go of the cop's vest.
Oh, jeez.
Why wasn't the female officer helping out her partner? That's my question.
Big sook, for all I know. Soft. Why wasn't the female officer stopping the cop from choking her, is my question.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch! Get the fuck off me!
Somebody said he wasn't choking her. Somebody in the comments said he wasn't choking her. He was stopping her from spitting on her. She broke quarantine and drove 40 kilometers to instigate that encounter.
Oh, well, I won't argue with Morgie. She pretty well knows.
Was that Morgie that said that?
Oh,
yeah. Morgie would know. I'm not going to argue with Morgie. She does a lot of research on this stuff.
Yeah.
It's still not a good
See,
look.
that's the issue. So the videos, that's my whole thing. When you have video footage on an incident that happens, it doesn't tell the full story most of the time, because most of the time people are filming when shit's going down. They're not filming, from the whole encounter, from beginning to end, unless, they're an auditor or something like that. But
that looks like a choke to me, that picture, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I can't see where he's got his.
He's choking her with her clothing as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a form of sleeper hold, if you know what I'm talking about.
Is that particular hold, is that some way of preventing somebody from spitting on you?
I mean, I could see if he's trying to keep her, so a main thing is where the head goes, the body goes. If you push somebody's head, their body's going to go away or towards wherever you push their head. So if I don't know if he's trying to push her head away, but yeah, it's not. It looks like he's got her by the neck almost.
You go by the jawline in my training, not by the
he's
throat.
Not, yeah,
I'm
he's
sorry.
Not doing that. Yeah, he's not.
To
doing
me,
that
it's a
correctly.
choke, but I'm not going to argue with Morgie. She does a lot of research, and she's 99 times out of 100, she's spot on.
Hey, look, can we get Morgie up on the panel? Yeah, can we get Morgie up here?
I gotta run. I just wanted to jump on and say, Furry,
see you, Sasha.
Furry, you're still a fucking cunt, and that comes from Sugarfoot Sasha, bitch.
Sugarfoot.
Oh, Morgie said she's working, so she can't join.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good look, but it does seem a little bit taken out of context. But it's really hard to defend that.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do as an officer if somebody's trying to spit at you?
It's so easy. People don't realize. The guy's got a lot more power than her. It's so easy to pivot the shoulders and spin them, take him from across the top of the shoulders backwards and put him down. It's such an easier, simpler way without this. But it's all on the spur of the moment, and they're trained their way. I just see there's so many ways better to handle that.
I wouldn't have. I would.
He did take her down really nice.
Way.
He
did make a good point. He did take her down nice, but it was over here.
He did put it down gently. I'll give him points for that. There's no need. See, we learned that from security. You put a guy, you humiliate someone in front of their mates, they're going to come back next week, the week after, with a gang and want your head on a plate. You treat them with respect as best you can, even though they stuffed up and did wrong. You still got to treat them with a decorum of respect, and try and take them down as nicely as possible and respectfully as possible. You're in control of them. They're drunk. You're in control of them. He's stronger than her. He's got control of her. There's no need to face plant people into concrete and into cars that's just my opinion.
Jess, I agree with what Jess is saying. The cop's partner, she said, why isn't the other cop doing anything? The cop's partner should have been hands-on. If they're going to arrest her or detain her or for whatever reason, the other cop's partner should have been, helping her or helping him so that way they could get her into custody. Because because she seems pretty. She's kicking and, she's fighting. So, he's a bigger guy, but it's still not as easy as you think necessarily if you're not very well trained to take somebody down. So, because everybody receives different degrees of training and they understand, the way they comprehend it, whatever. So he may not be.
My point is, Matt, that was over a fucking mask.
Yeah, I know. I agree. If that's,
I don't think it need to get to that.
Oh no. I don't. I'm not justifying it either. But if Morgie's saying what Morgie said is true, that she instigated the encounter and she tried to spit on the officer, especially right now with COVID and everything, that could be, it's already considered assault or not assault, battery. If you, at least here in the States, if you spit on a police officer or if you spit on anybody else for that matter, that's considered battery. It's
a big charge out here too. If you spit blood at a cop or spit at someone, any sort of bodily fluid like that, they're going to hit you. They're going to throw the book at you.
Especially with COVID, she could have it. They don't know. I mean, so I don't blame them for maybe trying to get her in custody if that's what happened. But at the same time, the way they did it, they could have definitely done that better.
But again,
I'm sure
it
they
goes back
didn't
to
just walk
my
up and say,
Matt, it goes back to my statement at the start. As she's spitting, you pivot them on the shoulders, push back on one shoulder, pull the other shoulder forward and spin her. Then she can spit all she wants. She's facing away. Then you take her down gently. That's how I would have handled that.
And like I said, that guy looks older, so he may have, he may not have had training recently on defensive tactics, so because he needs to get, so he might need some additional training or something if he wants to continue being a police officer. But because I'm always for wow, and I love that cops deserve to be spit on. Fuck the police. Yeah, nice. I appreciate that. So.
Wonder if it says that when he needs them urgently. So, and I just thought I'd show you that one, Pat. Sort of.
Yeah, this is definitely
reaction from chat. See what they think.
Yeah.
All right, get Gang of Four out of here. He said that cop needs lead therapy. Get him out of here.
My point with it actually was just to say, our cops out here don't play. They can be pretty full on. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's the way it is. So, some of them just don't tolerate. Zero tolerance, some of them. A lot of them. So, and no matter her getting choked, no matter whatever happened, she's going to cop thousands of dollars fine and possible jail for spitting, for resisting, and yet she was the one choked and put on the ground. I promise you that cop will get away with that scot-free.
Oh, well, yeah. Like I said, that's Australia, so I don't know how, again, what they're allowed to do, use of force. I've heard that other countries, they have much more, I've heard German police are a lot harsher than we would be. Like they'll beat the crap out of you, stuff like that. I've heard different things from other countries. So, but we would not have handled that situation here.
I have a friend that in Singapore, a friend of hers was beaten to death.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what she said. And she's mysteriously disappeared. Personally, I don't care.
Where's Fizzy?
Somebody asked where Harry went. I didn't even notice it when he left.
Yeah.
Is Fizzy, you still in chat, mate? Fizzy's gone hiding.
Hey, VF is here.
G'day, Vilified.
Hey, Vilified.
Oh, hail the Vilified army.
Anything else you guys want to take a look at?
No, we're good.
I say I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up, and everybody don't forget we're changing our schedule, so there will be a Thursday night show at 8 o'clock. Kate will be back. We won't have the Tuesday night trash talk anymore. It'll be Thursdays at 8, and then back in Sunday at 7 p.m. So we'll see you guys Thursday night, and have a good one.
Thanks for having me, Pat. Thanks everyone in the audience in the chat.
Well, Pat,